Now the time has come to expose the truth, and that is Pedri is not the best centre midfielder in the world. Yes, you heard me right. He is absolutely not the best centre midfielder in the world. So as centre midfielders, at times when you receive the ball under pressure, instead of taking a touch and trying to play backwards, which invites a more aggressive press, what you do is, if you receive the pass on your strong side foot, on your safe side, which in this case is Pedri's right foot, first touch, round the corner, and then you can support here to receive a set as well. Or if your player has thought 2-3 steps ahead as well, they would be setting someone here. But guess what? You could be making this forward run and actually receive the pass in behind and be in on goal. Midfield running from deep areas in behind is so powerful. He is absolutely not the best centre midfielder in the world. He could receive the ball under pressure, drop the shoulder this way, then turn this way, then play the pass. Then this midfielder gets drawn to the ball, then he's dropped off again. And then he'll pretend to play the pass here, drop the shoulder, drive into the space, commit plays towards him, and then play that dangerous pass forward. Not the best centre midfielder in the world. Because he is in fact the best player in the world. Yes, you heard me right. The best player in the world. And I'm about to explain to you why that is. And we absolutely do not need to talk about stats. This is simply about the eye test. In this scenario, he's found a yard of space, received the pass, knowing he has pressure. He's played a one-touch pass out to Koundé, the right back, and then guess what? In the duration of that pass, he's not standing there, he's not admiring his pass. Because he's a true baller, guess what he's doing? He's following the pass, receiving it again, knowing that he has pressure, another one-touch pass into Rafinha, and he continued his run. If Rafinha's first time pass was better and in Pedri's path, Pedri would have been able to make something happen. So once again, it's this concept of receiving the pass under pressure, one-touch pass, follow your pass, knowing that this player is still following you because it's a man-for-man game. You're playing against a team that press man-for-man. By the time this player arrives, you've once again thought 2 steps ahead, 3 steps ahead, 5 steps ahead, 7 steps ahead. You're playing a one-touch pass here. Then the job's not done, you're following the pass again. Or you could play an inside pass and then run here. What you're doing is playing the pass, following the ball, following the direction of your pass, because you can always receive a set and play it again. One-touch football, passes around the corner, especially when you're receiving it, kind of back to goal, under pressure, here, here, here. Those are the passes that make a centre midfielder stand out. And Pedri is not just a standout centre midfielder, he's a standout football player. It's about admiring beautiful football. It's about understanding the game. It's about respecting and really cherishing the fact that we are witnessing one of the greatest centre midfielders of all time in real time. So what Pedri does really well, more than his physical ability, more than his actual footballing ability, is the mentality to always be willing to receive the ball regardless of the game state, regardless of the pressure. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is something that has to be coached from the youth level. Yes, a player can have all their technical ability, but Pedri goes to any stadium, any environment and plays the same because he is a true baller. When the centre-back has the ball here, he's always an option to receive the ball regardless of the pressure. He'll bounce it back, drop off to this left-back position, push his left-back higher. His left winger plays inside. He receives the ball again, then he drives. Then he plays another pass, receives it again. He plays the game at his own pace, at his own tempo. He play it out to the left back, drop off, receive it. Then Frenkie de Jong drops in, plays it to Frenkie de Jong. Then he asks for a bounce pass. Then he plays it out to the opposite centre back who can drive with the ball. And as the team push up the pitch, he is suddenly an option around here. The ball goes out to the right back. Then Frenkie de Jong receives it. Then Pedri's there again. Then Pedri plays out to the left centre back. Then he drops in, receives it again. Then when there's space, he drives with the ball. And then under pressure, he does those pirouettes. That is absolutely joyful to watch. Here you can see Pedri drop into that deep position to dictate the play. And then Gerard Martin, the left back, drifts into this inside pocket, which opens up space for Rashford to receive the ball. And Pedri, excellent pass over the top into Rashford. Now that looks very simple, of course, but it's the detail. It's the fact that he's dropped in, he's recognised that his fullback is drifting inside, which means that there is space on the outside. If the space was here, Pedri would just simply thread that pass into that space for the fullback to receive the ball on the half turn. But that all does not happen if Pedri doesn't drop into that deep position to dictate from this deep area. Dictating at the base of that triangle of the fullback, winger, centre midfielder, getting the centre midfielder to drop in here, especially someone like Pedri, you're able to dictate the game. He could receive the ball under pressure, drop the shoulder this way, then turn this way, then play the pass. Then this midfielder gets drawn to the ball, then he's dropped off again. And then he'll pretend to play the pass here, drop the shoulder, drive into the space, commit plays towards him, and then play that dangerous pass forward. The art of disguise is his speciality. In those tight spaces, he's able to find a way out. Especially the situations where when the left back plays in the ball and this player's about to press him, he'll drop the shoulder and then drive into the space. He's got that 2-3 steps ahead thinking process. He knows what to do before he receives the ball. And here you can see how he's protecting the ball under pressure. Ball, body, opponent. Always protecting the ball, always glancing at where the opponent is, dropping the shoulder accordingly, then playing the pass to ensure that the team are pushing up the pitch, progressing the play. The way he protects the ball allows his team to really secure the game, lock the game up. When the ball comes in, he's got pressure. Instead of taking a touch, then trying to play the centre-back, who would have pressure from the opposition striker, and then this is the full-back here, this is the centre-backs here, etc, etc. When the team is set up in their formation, he's got the know-how, he's got the IQ to say, okay, instead of me playing backwards and triggering another press, what I'm going to do is drop the shoulder and drive. And then suddenly someone will step towards me, and then guess what? That opens up space here, that opens up space through here for these threaded passes, for a set, and then a combination in behind. And then when the team push up the pitch, guess what he's doing? He's always supporting in and around the penalty box here. Because if the left back can't cross it in or there's no real option, he'll turn, play back to Pedri, and this is where Pedri will really dictate the game as Barcelona push up the pitch. From this position, he'll drive, he'll play to the centre-back here. Then, when Frenkie de Jong receives the ball, he's there to receive the ball again. A little bounce pass. He'll drive, commit players, then play that dangerous threaded pass into Dani Olmo, into Fermin Lopez in the pockets, into Rafinha in the pockets. He is the metronome of the team. He is the heartbeat of the team. And then here, he's received the pass, and instead of going backwards, which would allow Gordon to really aggressively press and Newcastle to push up the pitch, what he does is use the direction of the ball as a disguise to drop the shoulder, drive into this space. Gordon is chasing him, he plays Koundé, and guess what? He doesn't stop there as Newcastle try and push up the pitch. What he does is continue to follow that pass. Then he receives the ball here, and then he's able to play it out there. That's how you dictate the game as a centre midfielder. Under pressure, he'll drop in to receive the ball, knowing that there is a player right behind him. But, as I said, because he's thought 2-3 steps ahead, that is not a problem. He'll receive the ball under pressure, and sometimes he just plays a one-touch pass out to the opposite centre-back, and then what he does is continue to follow his pass. Receives it again, and then there could be these types of passes straight into the striker, or he'll find the right back, Koundé, here. He'll find Lamine Yamal in here. He is the type of player to say, you know what, regardless of the pressure, regardless of the game state, just give me that ball. Because I love football. Because I am a true baller. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the beauty, is the magical Pedri. Let's call him Pedri Potter, actually. Pedri Potter creating magic on the pitch every single game he plays. So, ladies and gentlemen, he is not just the best midfielder in the world. He is potentially the best player in the world. He does everything. Dictating games, creating chances, winning duels, recovering the ball for his team, counter-pressing. He does everything. If you look at his athletic build, you would say, you know what, he's not that physical. But look at his stats, his tenacity, his aggression to win the ball back, ground duels. He's there. He's recovering the ball. He's starting attacks again. When his team lose the ball, he's aggressively counter-pressing. When his team are comfortably in possession, he's moving, he's getting on the ball, he's dictating the play. He is that special, ladies and gentlemen. He can do everything. And everything that Pedri does comes down to courage and confidence. That's the root of why he's so good. The reason why Pedri is so good is because he plays with courage and he plays with confidence. Because he is a true baller. That's it. There is no debate about it. He is a true baller. When you play with that much courage, with that much confidence, the ability will always shine through. The key is to know yourself and your ability and be able to trust yourself so much that regardless of the game state, regardless of the stadium, regardless of the environment, regardless of the scoreline, you play your way. You trust your ability. You play with ultimate, full self-expression. And that's what Pedri does. Every single game, you can see Pedri is just playing freely. He's playing with a sense of flow, like time doesn't exist. He's just playing football because he loves the game. And a lot of players, as good as they are, they don't play like that in certain games. That's why they are inconsistent. But what makes Pedri so special is that every single game, he's dropping 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 masterclass performances. An absolute midfield clinic. Every single game he plays in the beautiful game. He is always playing that same way because he is so confident in himself. He's extremely courageous because he is a true baller. And now the real question is, are you a true baller? Do you play with that sense of confidence, with that level of courage, regardless of the game state? Your team are 1-0 down. What are you doing? Are you really showing for the ball or are you hiding for the ball? Are you playing in the same way that you would if your team were 3-0 up in a friendly and it's fun and now you're always getting on the ball? Or are you shy? Are you moving away from the ball? Because that makes you average. That does not make you elite. That does not make you a true baller. That makes you average.